kids right across the country may be exposed to dangerous levels of lead when they drink from fountains and taps at their schools and daycares. A year-long investigation by a group of media partners, including Global News, has uncovered provincial data suggesting many officials have been aware of the risk, though little has been done about it. In some provinces, like Nova Scotia, results of lead testing in schools aren't shared publicly. In others, like Alberta, lead testing in schools isn't required. In part 2 of our series, Heather Yourex-West reports on a serious health threat that could have lifelong consequences.
The filter itself is under here.
Katie Gibbs has taken a precaution to ensure her young son isn't exposed to lead when he drinks water from the tap at home. She had no idea the toxin had been found in the water at his daycare.
Parents should at least know these things when they're sending their kids to school or daycare and be aware of it.
In the last 2 years, provincial testing in Ontario has revealed 2,400 schools and daycares have more lead in their water than what Health Canada considers safe. The information is available online, but the results are often not proactively communicated with students and parents. Last summer, almost half of the samples taken at this Toronto area high school exceeded federal guidelines. One sample was 28 times over the limit. This former student says she was never told about the risk.
No, if I was made aware, I would have never touched the water at that water fountains.
Still, Ontario students and parents have access to more information than most. No other province mandates the water at schools and daycares be tested for lead.
Believe me, if you tested these schools and daycares that did not test you, you would be horrified at what you find. And it's simply unacceptable to keep allowing that irreparable harm, that unnecessary lead exposure to continue.
For young children, lead exposure can lead to permanent and irreversible health problems.
It is a potent, irreversible neurotoxin. It attacks really everybody, but the most vulnerable to lead exposure are developing children because of their developing brains.
Other provinces have done some lead testing in daycares and schools, though much of that information has not been made public. In Alberta, we obtained several test results showing that tap water in many schools and daycares was not safe. The Calgary Catholic School District was one of 2 divisions in the province to test its taps. It found high levels in about 1/4 of their 86 schools. Danica Marshall has 2 sons attending 2 different schools. Only one of those schools has been tested for lead.
Just to know that there could be that problem that could be affecting them, it really is scary that it's not legislated across the country.
Alberta health officials appear to agree. Internal documents obtained by Global News reveal public servants have been recommending the province take action for years. A 2018 memo sent to a high-ranking health official notes that Alberta's chief medical officer urged the government to focus on the risk of lead exposure in daycares and schools.
It's negligence on the part of this province to let this continue to be ignored.
In response to this investigation, the Quebec government has promised immediate change. The Education Ministry says they hope to test all school taps within a few months, while Quebec's Family Minister revealed last week the government will pay for all daycares to be tested as well. Though that will do little to ease the concerns of parents in other provinces where testing is still not required. Heather Yourex-West, Global News, Calgary.